Today is October 10th. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today at the Big Book, we're going to continue our journey through Chapter 6. We'll be reading Into Action, page 87. At the 12 and 12, we're going to continue our journey through Step 12 by reading page 113. And we'll read today's 24 hours a day and daily reflection. So with that, hope you all are doing well this morning, my friends. We've been given a brand new set of 24 hours, and that is always a good thing. I also want to give a quick shout to a dear friend of mine, Kirkland. He's recorded the new guitar intro and outro of this podcast, and he just is one of the most talented people I've ever known, and one of the most giving people I've ever known. And I really appreciate the help, my friend. So with that, let's get to the good stuff. Alright, so if you recall from the last couple of days of reading, we've passed Step 9 and talked about Step 10, and now we're talking about what we can do throughout the day. We started off 2 days ago talking about what we do when we retire at night, and then yesterday we talked about, when we wake up, what should we consider? That's the 24 hours ahead, and ask God to direct our thinking. That'd be divorce from self-pity, dishonest self-seeking motives. And we also talked about what we should try to do throughout the day. And keep in mind, these are always suggestions, and we're going to continue this idea on page 87. We usually conclude the period of meditation with a prayer that we will be shown all through the day what our next step is to be. That we be given whatever we need to take care of such problems. We ask especially for freedom from self-will, and are careful to make no requests for ourselves only. We may ask for ourselves, however, if others will be helped. We are careful never to pray for our own selfish ends. Many of us have wasted a lot of time doing that, and it doesn't work. You can easily see why. If circumstances warrant, we ask our wives or friends to join us in morning meditation. If we belong to a religious denomination which requires a definite morning devotion, we attend to that also. If not members of religious bodies, we sometimes select and memorize a few set prayers which emphasize the principles that we have been discussing. There are many helpful books also. Suggestions about these may be obtained from one's priest, minister, or rabbi. Be quick to see where religious people are right. Make use of what they offer. As we go through the day, we pause when agitated or doubtful, and ask for the right thought or action. We constantly remind ourselves that we are no longer running the show, humbly saying to ourselves many times each day, "Thy will be done." Out of the 12 and 12 run, Step 12, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. We will be reading the bottom of page 112 and most of 13. Of course, all AAs, even the best, fall far short of such achievements as a consistent thing. Without necessarily taking that first drink, we often get quite far off the beam. Our troubles sometimes begin with indifference. We are sober and happy in our AA work. Things go well at home and at the office. We naturally congratulate ourselves on what later proves to be a far too easy and superficial point of view. We temporarily cease to grow because we feel satisfied that there is no need for all of AA's 12 steps for us. We're doing fine on a few of them. Maybe we're doing fine on only 2 of them. The first step and the part of the 12th step where we carry the message. In AA slang, that blissful state is known as two-stepping, and it can go on for years. The best intentioned of us can fall for the two-step illusion. Sooner or later, the pink cloud stage wears off, and things go disappointingly dull. We begin to think that AA doesn't pay off after all. We become puzzled and discouraged. Then perhaps life, as it has a way of doing, suddenly hands us a great big lump that we can't begin to swallow, let alone digest. We fail to get a worked-for promotion. We lose that good job. Maybe there are serious domestic or romantic difficulties, or perhaps we thought that boy that God was looking after becomes a military casualty. What then? Have we alcoholics in AA got, or can we get, the resources to meet these calamities which come to so many? These were problems of life which we could never face up to. Can we now, with the help of God as we understand them, handle them and as bravely as our non-alcoholic friends often do? Can we transform these calamities into assets, sources of growth and comfort to ourselves and those about us? Well, we surely have a chance if we switch from 2-stepping to 12-stepping. If we are willing to receive that grace of God, which can sustain and strengthen us in any catastrophe. "24 hours a day, October 10th. AA thought for the day. When new members come into my AA group, do I make a special effort to make them feel at home? Do I put myself out to listen to them, even if their ideas of AA are vague? Do I make it a habit to talk to all the new members myself? Or do I often leave that to someone else? I may not be able to help them, but then again, it may be something that I might say that would put them on the right track. When I see any members sitting alone, do I put myself out to be nice to them? Or do I stay among my own special group of friends and leave them out in the cold? Are all new AAs my responsibility? Meditation for the day. You have let go and surrendered to a higher power, and it has worked a miracle in your life. Sharing the message with others who share your same disease keeps you connected to your higher power, to AA, and to your sobriety. View your work within the fellowship in this light. Try to do your day's work the way you believe God wants you to do it, never shirking any responsibility, and often going out of your way to be of service. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may serve well this fellowship that I have needed and that needs me. I pray that I may be willing to go out of my way to be of service. Daily Reflection, October 10th. Fixing me, not you. If somebody hurts us and we are sore, we are in the wrong also. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 90. What a freedom I felt when this passage was pointed out to me. Suddenly I saw that I could do something about my anger. I could fix me, instead of trying to fix them. I believe that there are no exceptions to the axiom. When I am angry, my anger is always self-centered. I must keep reminding myself that I am human, and that I am doing the best that I can, even when that best is sometimes poor. So I ask God to remove my anger and truly set me free. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading, and some great stuff as always. It's, as I've said about 1,000 times, it is really tricky to pick one to talk about. But I do love the reading in the 12 and 12, talking about two-stepping, and I'm guilty of doing that at times. Where I kind of rest on my laurels and I think, well, I don't need to go to this meeting tonight, or I don't need to do this or that. I've already done the steps once, why do I need to do this again? And again, these thoughts were not intentional, but more subconscious, I think. And I notice anytime I start to get complacent or lazy, the depression starts to come back. The case of the I'm not good enough start to come back. And when adversity comes my way, which it does every day, I don't feel as equipped to handle it. However, when I put in the work and I start to do these inventories, to pray more and to turn my will over to my higher power more. When I read these books daily, and I try to apply them to my life every single day, I'm still going to mess up. I'm still going to make mistakes. But I feel far more spiritually equipped to deal with the adversity that's in my life. I'm not as stressed out about it. As the big book says, when I face indecision, I don't worry. I don't struggle. I just keep praying. But it's very, very easy to get complacent. And that's why I have to work this program every single day. And that's why, honestly, I've said it many times. I don't know if anyone's been here since the very beginning, the very first day. What I was hoping for, my prayers for this show, was that it would help one person out there. Well, now that we're here, and it's October 10th, I think the one person that has helped more than anything is me. And I'll be honest as I can with y'all. Part of me is a little afraid to stop because this has helped me so much. So I'm still praying about that. I don't know what's going to happen by the end of the year, but you know what? That's a concern for another day. All I want to do today is to pray to my higher power, reflect on some things I did yesterday, ask for forgiveness and wisdom to change to be a better person today, and not be so concerned about tomorrow. It's just one day at a time. So as always, my friends, I don't speak on behalf of AA or NA or Al-Anon or any other sect. I am just a friend in this lifeboat of recovery, really grateful that you're here today. And if you are sober today, my friend, no matter how long or how short it is, you're a miracle. And if you're not sober and somehow you're hearing this, you're a miracle as well, because you are alive today and you have the opportunity to change for the better. The opportunity to take that first step toward a brand new life. And you can get the support you need. There's so many groups out there, online, in person, people who've been there and can share their experience, strength, and hope to help you. And you don't have to agree with every single thing they say. I love what an old timer used to say. Hey, take what you need and leave the rest. Look for the similarities. But anyway, I hope you all have a great one. And if we're given another set of 24 hours, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.